Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Man, those who know me personally know for sure that I love incense a lot. I'm like the incense guy. Especially when I do like sacred circles where people come and sit down with plant medicine with me. I just love that the fact that smoke, air, the breath that we take in and out, inhale and exhale, represents like the living spirit, part of the energy that goes back to source. Because everything that's around us in creation itself at a quantic level, it's just full of energy. It's full of divine energy, divine codes and stuff. And that's basically what people call like uh, the the matrix of consciousness. The astrophysicists call it that. The matrix of consciousness, or the collective of consciousness. But the ancient sages and mages used to call that term the Great Spirit. Mother Wisdom, the Creator Goddess, and stuff. And I know people get offended and they get all jumpy about, oh, Ayash, Oscar, aka Shamar from the Ancient Watchmen, is promoting the worship of Goddess. Well, I'm not promoting no worship. I'm just sharing my experience as I go. That, the aspects of God is not just referring to a male deity, but like it's referring to a goddess and a god, a father and a mother, the sun and the moon, right? Feminine and masculine. But anyways, um, yeah, the fall season is here, and with there, there's like changes, and like sometimes we go through life without understanding the cycles of the planet. But the cycles of the planet are basically the same cycles that our bodies, our minds, the stages of consciousness that we go through are reflected in the heavens. They're reflected in nature, especially like every year when like we have the seasons of the planet. Spring, summer, fall, and winter, and it repeats itself chronologically. Um, but the beauty of it is that um, when we understand that we are connected with this planet, symbiotically, like we begin to like experience other things, magic and whatnot. So the fall season teaches us to like let go of dead things that we don't need in our lives anymore. That whether it be behaviors, like me, I'm working on being on time and to places. That's just like one of the things that I'm working on. But there's many things that I work on myself daily. Like mentally, spiritually, emotionally, psychologically, even physically as well. Things that we eat, the things that we digest through our ears, through our mouths, through our eyes, whatever we listen to, it affects ourselves. So it's like the time of the year where we learn how to like let go of those things that are not necessarily good for ourselves as we evolve spiritually, right? As we grow, as we expand our minds, and as we like reach other levels of understanding and wisdom, knowledge, and we begin to like experience like real magic in our lives, like real. You begin to manifest, and you begin to see like things come to pass in front of your eyes, and you're like, whoa, you know. So it's like adjusting season two, but yeah, and the adjusting season is because like then from the fall we move to the winter, and as we go through the winter, that's kind of like the dark night of the soul, like represented in creation, because like just like a bear or other animals have to go in hibernation, they have to go and preserve their energy through the winter season, because sometimes winters are crude and cold and they can kill you, kind of like in life as well, like when we go through these dark tunnels, and the valley of shadow of death, and we go through the lowest, uh, um, like the lowest levels in our lives, where like we don't have money to eat, we're homeless or whatever the life people are. The people struggle like that. I've been there before, so I know what it feels like. I know exactly what it feels like. So, and then letting go also like pertains to like not only behaviors that we do, but like belief systems, and belief systems is not only I'm not only referring to religion. I'm referring to like the beliefs about yourself. Like a lot of like all of us struggle with like certain belief systems about ourselves and whatever insecurities that you guys might have. Men and women go through that, right? But as we begin to like dive and get to know ourselves and get to know our own divinity, then we begin to like accept that which we think is negative, because that which we think is negative is actually a positive, right? uh, kind of like the rules of arithmetic, right? In mathematics, when you have the negative plus negative equals positive, like the equation symbols and stuff. So, and that's what like people are afraid now these days. They're afraid of like um, the apocalypse, the end of the world. People promote these teachings about the end of the world and the end of the world, and yeah, there's many ends of the world. There's many ends of civilizations. The Egyptian civilization, the Greek, the Roman, the Assyrian, the Babylonian, the Sumerians, the Akkadians, and the Chinese, the Norse. Like like every civilization on this planet was at the top at one point, and all of a sudden they became to decline and decline it themselves until they destroy themselves from within, and the next power is supposed to rise up. So it's like cycles on the planet. You know what I'm saying? And so, everything's in cycles. Like the human goes through cycles. Your human experience, right? Because you're here to experience this life. Like this is not it. Like we're not here to stay on this planet. Even though a lot of people teach that, well, this is it right here. Well, this is not it, ladies and gentlemen. This is basically like you're in school right now. This is like I would say like this is kind of like high school, whatever, or like elementary school, where you come here and learn the lessons of this planet, and you learn to like adjust yourself to live in this three-dimensional world, engaged in this flesh bag we call bodies. And this is why when people find out like, oh shit, like we're not these bodies, we're not what we think we are, we're not what people think we are, we're not other people's opinions about ourselves. And so when we begin to like peel off those layers of deception and lies against us, right, against our own nature, then that begins like our own discovery of like uh, um, finding out our divine nature from within. You guys understand? So that's why, like, even though I teach from the Bible sometimes, even though I teach from the Nag Hammadi, even though I teach from the Wasbi sometimes, I mention certain books. I'm a bookworm. I love books. I will always love books, knowledge, and whatnot. So even though I bring those out and I teach from them sometimes, I do it for the purpose of showing you guys like other aspects of the Bible and whatnot. Because at the end of the day, we all have to experience our own spiritual evolution. We have to like carve uh, our own path, right? You're not the same as me. I'm not the same as you. Everybody's different. Everybody goes through different struggles in life and different vibrations, frequencies, and levels of understanding, all levels of darkness and levels of joy and levels of gladness and levels of peace, or other type of levels. Like life is very complex, right? So when we have religion systems that try to engage a person in one mindset, it's like, wait a minute. Anybody that says that they have the whole truth and that's the absolute truth, they're lying. Like, I never claim to have the truth. I only claim what I've known and what I have experienced according to my own spiritual experience that I've gone through. So when I share information, I share experiences. I'm not sharing other people's experiences, but I'm sharing part of my experience, right? Part of my spiritual evolution, part of my spiritual expansion, and the expansion of my mind and my subconscious and consciousness, right? Because, like I said, we're not this flesh and bones, right? Just like the Bible speaks about Ephesians 6:12, we don't wrestle against flesh and blood, but against principalities, and cosmic powers, right? Because, I mean, literally, there's other world, there's other spiritual world. You guys have to be aware of that. You can't just live life and think that, oh well, this world is it, and we go to Disney World and we have vacations, and we can do a road trip to there and to these places, and it's beautiful. This planet is beautiful. I've done my share of traveling, and I visited beautiful places, fantastic, magical places where you can just dive into nature and meditate and go deep into meditation, and have downloads of information, and give you receive wisdom as you go into nature and spend time to understand, like like your surroundings, and be aware. Like, that's basically what it is. We have to be aware of this life, right? Oftentimes, like, when we exist in a robotic way, in a robotic sense, but uh, the fall equinox is here. Fall season is here. Yeah, and once again, nature teaches us how to let go. You just let go, and then you exist, without certain people, certain individuals, certain belief systems. You have to be brave to, like, stand on your own feet, and like because basically that's what it is. This planet is a test. We just here to learn how to love ourselves and love the world, instead of dividing it, instead of creating wars, instead of creating, like, these systems where people are gonna dive deep into, like, AI systems and holographic projections, and the connection to our mother, the symbiotic connection that we're supposed to have is gonna get lost as we dive deep into this digital age and technology and AI systems. Woo. And that, enjoy this song. It's in Spanish, but it's basically like talking about, like, the longing of the soul, and how, like, our souls long for that which is divine, that which is cosmic, that which is, like, not from this planet. And this is why some people, like, just they get lost in, like, addictions and whatnot. Any type of addiction, whether it be pornography, drugs, and heroin, cocaine, weed, and whatever the like, because the soul is, like, seeking deep into something that is not found on this planet, right? And that something that is not found in this planet is, like, the divine connection, the marriage between ourselves, the soul, and the source, the pleroma, right? The source of it all. Kind of like kind of like when you have a car and your battery, the car dies, or it's like it's not fully charged, and so you cannot operate. Like, the same deal goes with, like, ourselves. Like, when we go through life, we think that we need the physical aspects to feed our soul, and that's kind of like, no, because then that goes into, like, depression, and you get frustrated, and then you find yourself into this dark hole that it's hard to get out, because now you haven't learned that, okay, well, what's draining me, what's draining my battery, what's draining my mind. and that's why like me myself I decided to like stay away from the drama that I used to be part of way back in the day when I used to battle the Black Hebrew Israelite cults that are scattered abroad in the cities of the United States. And I used to battle with them, and I used to debate, and on the boards and whatnot. And the Ancient Watchman was there to like establish a foundation for people to rely on, and a lot of people did. We helped a lot of people to like get out of this religious mindset, but there's like a lot of still people that um, they don't want to understand, and I'm not here to force nobody. But anyways, yeah. Un momento en tu presencia, un minuto nada más, un destello de tu gloria, un minuto nada más. Un momento Woo! Shudder. Yeah, man. All right, everybody. I'm gonna call it a night. Thank you for watching. Hey, stay tuned next Friday. Why? I have a surprise for everybody. So stay tuned on our YouTube channel. I'm gonna be going live. I'm gonna bring some guests. Hopefully, we got a few. And yeah, we're gonna dive deep. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Thanks for watching. You guys have a great weekend. We'll see you around. Peace.